started a lot of this work. And so, my board too, they're not all here. Mr. Guerra's here, but that 7-member board also had the courage to say, you know what, this is new work. And while our community may not always embrace it or understand what the work is intended to do, we're going to have the courage to go out there and start the work. And maybe we'll go grassroots, we'll go out and explain what we're doing, and that's been really how this work started. For me, I've always been about supporting and serving kids that grew up very similar to the way I did. I didn't have a lot, but I knew education was the key for me. And so really that's what we're trying to do for our students. So I thank everybody that has put even a minute of their time into making either this day happen, or if you were in a conversation that just started the idea of a center like this.
And so thank you, everybody that's really just come in for those conversations. We are now starting to see outcomes based on this program. We have 7 students that are about to graduate. In fact, of those 7, yes, that's important. Of those 7, we had 2 that had been out of school over a year and had the courage to come back. And if you can go back and think about who you were at 14, 15, and 16, think about all that social just stress you had on you. For a kid to say, I will go back and I will give it my all to finish, again, I don't think you can speak enough about the courage that takes. And then the people here to receive them, both in this center and in our high schools too, but in this, because we're here for this particular center, the men and women that are here. So I had to highlight Ms. Franco, Ms. Brown, Ms. Valenzuela, because those are the people they get to see when they come in. And I know them enough that they probably know everything about them. And so that's what helps children finish school. So I thank those of you on the board of Learn4Life for your dedication and your commitment to children. I thank my team because it takes collective work. And I thank our board. I don't expect to see anything but great things come out of this. And so thank you, everybody, for being here today. And I will turn it back to Ms. Grubbs. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hernandez. As you said, it does take a whole team to make this happen. And I also want to say, I see we have some families in the audience. Thank you for being here too and supporting our students, because that's also a very big part of helping our students get through school. So I also, next I want to bring up Skip Hanson. Mr. Skip Hanson is the co-founder and president of Lifelong Learning. He previously served as CEO, where he was instrumental in guiding the operation and growth of Learn4Life's network of schools. His ability to forge relationships with businesses and community partners has been a key factor in generating momentum for the personalized learning model as a choice in education. Mr. Hanson has over 30 years of experience at startups and Fortune 500 firms, holding management roles in sales, information technology, human resources, and finance. He holds a bachelor's degree in business from the University of California, Irvine, and a master's in organizational management from the University of Phoenix. Please help me give a big, warm welcome to Mr. Skip Hanson.
This is Texas weather, really? Feels a little more like California, but I was told it was going to be cold, so I dressed for it, and we're sitting in the heat. But thank you very much, Dr. H. I've been doing this a long time. I came from the corporate world, as you heard, and one of my jobs was a program called Six Sigma, Process Improvement, trying to fix broken processes in companies. And when I came into the first graduation 20 years ago, which we're now celebrating our 20th year, I saw a lot of broken processes in education. Just the way we move kids through the system, specifically in California where we started, was broken. And what I saw was kids dropping out through no fault of their own many times. And what I realized right away with the program we started 20 years ago is it just takes one caring adult, one teacher, one front desk person, one tutor, the security guard, the maintenance person, somebody to just encourage a student along the way and say, great job, you can do it, and not let them give up. And we started that 20 years ago with that same mentality. We put a student in front of everybody and everything that we do to make sure that students come first. And when I look out here at the students that we're going to serve here in Texas, I just think of the 20 years ago that we started on a little street in Lancaster, California, trying to serve about 50 kids. There was a gentleman that came in and said, hey, there's just some students in our district who just don't have a home in the model in which we're serving students. And the whole idea was based upon the idea of flexible schedule, just coming up with something where these kids, we can meet them in the middle, somewhere where if there was a pregnant teen raising a baby and she had a young man that was working full-time to help support, that we could still offer a program that didn't require the student to be in a traditional model, and allow them to work year-round in a personalized learning program in order to get them to the finish line, which was, for us, a high school diploma at the time. And 20 years ago, this year, we started serving those kids, and I look out here and I think we're got almost 80 locations serving almost 50,000 kids a year. I spent the last 5 years trying to get right here in the great state of Texas because it's where I want to live someday. And you know, I was so proud when we hired Chrissy and we spoke with Dr. H, because it was clear and obvious that this district got it, that they understood that every opportunity to serve students is a great opportunity. And what we're trying to do with our program here in this partnership is make sure that not one student in this area goes without an option for their high school diploma options. And then to take it even further, I will tell you this, you know, nobody could have predicted a worldwide pandemic. And of course it was awful, and we certainly, you know, was an interesting time when March hit and we were all just sort of sitting at home. But what we found in our schools across the country is it was devastating to the kinds of kids that we were serving, because many times the time that they spend in this building here with those caring adults is sometimes their best days. And when we all had to go virtual and try and figure out this, it was really, really tough. And I will tell you this, I believe because of the 2 years that we had issues, that there are going to be more need for programs like ours around the country, certainly here in the great state of Texas, to serve these kids, to get them across the finish line, because there is a number of companies right around here looking for qualified candidates, kids coming out of school with the skills that they need to go into these jobs that are sitting there available, ready to go, and we're here to help not only get them their potential future candidates, but certainly get some of these kids their high school diploma, off to college hopefully, and into a great career where they can go on. And for many of our kids, we ask this at just about every graduation, who here is the first to graduate from high school in their family? And I bet it's about 50% at most of our graduations. So we're not only changing the lives of the students, we're changing a generation to come, because many times their kids go on to graduate high school as well. So I'm really, really excited. I want to say thank you, first of all, to obviously all of the Edgewood staff, the board of Edgewood, because it takes courage. This isn't just a lot of individuals at the school level. School boards have to understand that they want to support every student and every need, and that takes some courage sometimes. So I just want to say thank you to that. Our own board, who agreed to help us form this first nonprofit here in Texas, to help serve these kids, because it takes a lot of work. It takes a village, as they say, to build a school like this. This has been one of the best partnerships in my 20 years that I've ever seen with a school district. I remember seeing pictures of the building before it got started, thought, how are we going to turn this into one of our schools? And the maintenance crew, whoever they are, God bless you, you just did a fantastic job turning this around. It is truly a beautiful facility, and if you haven't had a chance to walk through it, I know our students are appreciative of it, and it's, you know, part of our schools has always been the pride and just the beauty of what we usually put into our schools, making it a homey, really warm place, trying to make it one of those places that it's safe, they can come and do the business of learning, meet some friends, certainly get to know some caring adults that want to provide them this opportunity along their journey, and it is a journey to their high school diploma. And I will just say this, finally, that our teachers are the kind of the kingpin of this whole program. We don't get this without great teachers, and we have some good ones. We have some really good ones. So I want to say thank you to the education staff and the leadership that you've provided, and I'm really looking forward. I want to see this at 1,000 kids in a couple years. I really think it's going to blow up. I will just say I've been doing this long enough to know our first 100 kids takes usually about a year. It doubles after 2, and then we get into the 500 and 600 by 3 and 4. It always comes through word of mouth. We'll do our normal marketing, getting it out. but most of our kids come from word of mouth. Other kids telling other kids, hey, how did you find out about this school? What's it like? And the kids start sharing it with their friends, and then all of a sudden we blow up, and we'll be looking for many, many more teachers as we keep growing. And I just want to again say thank you very much to Edgewood and Chrissy for your leadership here. It's just been great. So with that, I'll turn it over. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hanson. And you mentioned the teachers, and I just wanted to take a moment if our teachers could actually stand up so we could give them another round of applause and recognize who you are. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mr. Hanson, for your dedication not only to the students here in Texas, but all around the United States in the Learn4Life programs. All right, next we are going to bring up Mr. Chad Humphrey. And Mr. Chad Humphrey currently serves as the Learn4Life Board of Trustees President. He is an experienced educator and operations executive with more than 20 years of experience as a decorated Marine Corps officer. Mr. Humphrey has an experience developing, executing strategic plans in the government, public, commercial, and nonprofit sectors. He is a facility maintenance project manager at Valero Energy Company. Before that, he managed the Defense English Language Program worldwide for 12 years. Mr. Humphrey has a master's degree in military operational art and science from Air University and a bachelor's in communication and political science from Oregon State University. Please welcome Mr. Chad Humphrey to the podium this morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm shocked at the amazing turnout. I want to start by saying thank you to Chad Gray. 17 months ago, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, what are your thoughts on being a board member for one of our charter schools that we're looking to start in Texas?" And I said, "Sure." And he's like, "I got a few other folks, and you may need to recruit somebody to join the team." And I'm like, "Good to go. When are we looking to start this school?" "Oh, next August." Very, very ambitious. And obviously things have turned out quite well so far. I'd like to recognize Learn4Life. They have recognized a need and a commitment to kids and their families to ensure that we provide them with an educational program that meets their needs and ensures their success, not only in the classroom, but also provides a foundation for them for success in the future, which will only enhance our communities. Edgewood ISD, thank you for partnering. Like everybody's kind of mentioned, you went out on a limb and you took a new model and you embraced it. And with that, we only hope to continue our partnership to grow this school and to reach more children. To the students, we can't say enough. You're the reason that we do this. Whoa! The balloons are excited too. But you're the reason we're here. I work with an amazing board. Two of the three other members are here. Larry Davis is here. Karen Rollerad Lopez is here. Who's not here is Michelle Lewis. And I'll tell you, as a board, we come from diverse backgrounds, but we have one focus. And that focus is on these children. It is on this local community, to grow this community, to ensure that we are turning out a population that is going to be productive and successful, and then in turn make some changes in the community and grow this community. One of the things that the Marine Corps has taught me is that whenever you go somewhere, is leave it better than what you found it. And we have a group of students over here that are going to leave Edgewood better than they found it. They're going to recruit more students. They're going to prove to students that getting an education is important and is only going to increase what they can do and contribute to this community. And I can't salute you all enough. On behalf of the board, I want to say a couple special thanks, because as a board, we wouldn't have been able to do what we've done and move forward. Specifically, Shannon, Sean Mathis, and Denise Pierce have been three very instrumental members to us. They helped us crawl, they helped us walk, they helped us run. Okay, not run, maybe jog. We're not fully running yet, but we're getting there. And specifically, I want to give a special recognition to Sherry. She's been instrumental in supporting our board and providing with valuable insight. Thank you, Sherry, for everything that you've done. And lastly, we hired a rock star in Chrissy. She has done an amazing job to get the school open. Most of you probably don't know, we hired her in June. Do the math. We hired her in June. She had to hire a staff, she had to hire instructors, and she had to recruit students to meet our opening day. And guess what? She knocked it out of the ballpark, y'all. She knocked it out of the ballpark. She has not only excelled at this task, and if not for her hard work and her leadership combined, I mean, she didn't do it by herself. The good part about it is that she hired a great support staff, and she's hired amazing instructors. And again, let's give them a round of applause, because our students aren't going to be successful without instructors, teachers who care, who have heart for these children and want to spend time with them and want to bestow that they care and they want to see you succeed. You know, I applaud you. Being a teacher is one of the most thankless jobs, and I'm here to thank you as much as I can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, and I just, closing is thank you to everybody that showed up. Chrissy, thank you for putting on this amazing event, the ribbon cutting, and I'm blessed and thankful to be a part of this growing educational need that will support this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Humphrey. Thank you for your dedication, as well as the rest of the board of Learn4Life. And now, he already did such a great introduction for Chrissy, and as the marketing coordinator for the district, I've had the pleasure of working with her over the last year when she was in the Director of Innovation position. And so we were sad to let her go, but we're glad that she's still here in the Edgewood family. So thank you. Ms. Chrissy Franco proudly serves as the inaugural principal at Learn4Life Edgewood. Mrs. Franco has over 16 years of experience in education as a teacher, academic dean, college and career coordinator, DTE director. She previously served in Edgewood ISD as the senior director of innovation. Mrs. Franco graduated summa cum laude from the University of Texas at Arlington, where she received a bachelor's degree in public relations and received a master's in educational leadership and policy studies. Mrs. Franco enjoys spending time with her 4 children and husband, who is also in education, and she truly believes that education is the most powerful tool for changing the world and is committed to ensuring all Learn4Life students feel valued and supported through their academic journey. Let's give Mrs. Franco a warm welcome this morning.
Good morning. I am so excited to see everybody here today, and I am so excited to share this opportunity with not only my students and staff, with our board, with LLAC, members of Edgewood ISD. I feel families. I feel like every part of the community that is here to be honored and recognized is here. And I really appreciate that today, because we really are here to serve our students and to better the Edgewood community. And as you can see, there's been much appreciation for that. I do want to say, like everyone else, I have some very specific thank yous to give. I want to start with Shannon. I met Sherry in my time when I was serving in Edgewood ISD as I was a part of the team that created this partnership. And Sherry was and has been an amazing mentor, always there to answer questions, always there to assist, support. 10 o'clock at night, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, she's there. And so I really want to make sure that that she knows how much she's appreciated. I also want to tell Dr. Hernandez thank you. As you heard from my bio, I did start with the Edgewood family, and I'm grateful to Dr. Hernandez for hiring me and bringing me into the Edgewood family. I've truly enjoyed my time here over the past couple years, and I appreciate that, sir. I'd also like to thank our board, both the Edgewood board, when they worked and again went out on a limb and approved this partnership, and then also the creation of our own board for Ridgeline Education. I appreciate each of you and the support that you provide me. And then LLAC, you all might not know this, but a lot of them are here all the time, whether they're coming from California, whether they're coming from South Carolina, all across the United States. If we need them for something, they're here to support, and they'll continue that support as we grow and develop as a school. So, and last but not least, my students and staff. Students, you all know every day that I am so thankful that you chose us to be your school family, and I am so proud of each and every one of you and all of the gains that you've made since you joined the Learn4Life family. And we're going to keep doing that, and we're going to keep supporting you every day and giving you what you need to be successful. And my work family, you all have continuously, you all really took a risk. If you remember, as Mr. Humphrey said, I had to hire within a matter of weeks, and during those interviews, you all took a chance. You know, you hadn't heard of Learn4Life, you hadn't heard of me. I was kind of crazy. They were virtual, and we had technical difficulties constantly. And so, thank you for taking that risk and for joining our family and having the confidence in me to know that I would support you and also help you grow in your profession. But as far as our families, thank you for being here today and for being that support system to your students. Your students talk about you constantly, and I know they want to make you proud as well. And then last but not least, I have to thank my husband, because he puts up with my late hours and my early mornings, and he's always right there our kids are in 1,000 things. And I just want to tell him thank you, because he supported my administrative career. We met when we were teachers, and it takes a lot of work to support your significant other successfully. So I appreciate that. But on to a very special speaker that we have here today, Miss Serena Vasquez. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce her. She is the oldest of 5 children and has attended Edgewood ISD school since she was in 3rd grade. She's also a San Antonio native. Serena is special to all of the staff here at Learn4Life Edgewood and quickly became a leader among her peers, never missing a day of school and working around the clock toward her high school diploma, while also keeping a steady job. She works right here at McDonald's, so you can visit her. She recently received a promotion, too. We are super, super proud of her. Serena was the first student to complete all of her graduation requirements, and we celebrated that with a traditional bell ringing ceremony that I will talk about momentarily. Serena plans to attend Baylor University after graduation and study neuroscience to become a psychiatrist. Serena, will you join me up here?
Hey guys, I don't talk, so it's gonna be kind of scary. Where's my paper? Do I have my paper? No? Okay, we're just gonna kind of go then, because I had a paper, but now I don't. Okay, so For a long time, I wasn't sure like high school was really for me. It was a really different environment. I've always liked school, but high school really scared me. Like it just wasn't my fitting. I felt for a long time that I wanted to do something more. School was always holding me back, especially high school. Like it was so many extra classes and like all this nonsense that wasn't fitting in my schedule. I wanted to get out into the world. Like I wanted to work. I want to go to college. I have plans. And this school really opened the doors for opportunities for me. I graduated, I think in 4 months? Yeah, 4 months. I graduated in 4 months. And I really wouldn't have been able to do it without the Learn4Life, without Edgewood. Edgewood really came in hand being down the street. Like, and I came here all the time. What else? Because I'm freaking out right now. I want to let me give you a thanks to Venezuela first for being my, cheerleader every morning, every time I walk through the door. Miss Brandt, thank you so much. She helped me a lot. She helped me find what I wanted to do. She talked to me when it got personal, because life does get hard sometimes, okay? Like, it's not just school and work. Like, we have families and all that good stuff. And that's what Learn4Life Edgewood, Miss Franco especially, all of y'all understood that. Y'all understand family, y'all understand life. And I want to thank y'all so much for giving me the opportunities y'all did and getting me out there early. So I really want to thank Franco mostly because she really did push me. There was times I didn't think I would do it, and she got me through it. And most importantly, Mr. Wells, he's a teacher. My life mentor, he got me through it all of it. So I want to thank you so much and thank the Learn4Life. Thank y'all.
You did phenomenal. You're going to do great things, Serena. I know that. So earlier I mentioned that Serena was a participant in a traditional event that we call the bell ringing ceremony with our Learn4Life students. So at Learn4Life, when a student completes all of their graduation requirements, we have a ceremony. Hence the bell. And I am super excited because you all get to be a part of the ringing ceremony I got word yesterday that we have our second completer of all of their graduation requirements. So if Graciano Garza would come up to the stage, please. So Graciano, throughout time and society, bells have represented multiple things. They especially represent the ending to something and the beginning of something new. And for you, this is the end of your high school career, but only the beginning of what you have left in your life, whether that be college, whether that be trade school, or more importantly, Graciano. Also, I forgot he had one more good piece of news. He's just been on fire this week, y'all. He has decided to serve our country, took his ASVAB yesterday, and is joining the military. So if you have a bell, would you please joining us and Graciano in recognizing that he is 100% high school complete. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you're good. Thank you, Graciano. So it's a really big deal, and our students all participate as well because we want to recognize every single individual that takes the time, does the work, is here, and know that they're supported by not only everyone here, but also their peers. So without further ado, we will move to the official ribbon cutting. So Okay. Okay. If we can.
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Franco, and thank you, Serena. Quick. Yeah, we'll do it in front of the podium. And if we don't mind having our other special.
Yeah, let me move it.
Keep going.
Sir, cut my hair. Cut my hair with those.
Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna come right here.
Straighten them, folks.
Could we shift a little bit more this way? Mr. G.
Scoot this one?
Yeah.
Carrie, learn.
Carry,
Carrie, come on. Come on, Gordon. Come on.
Come on up, board.
There you go. There you go. There we go. We're gonna be more people. Hold on.
It's okay.
We're gonna get a picture. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And then one to this camera right after. All right, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Got it.
Smile.
Are we going?
Come on.
Oh, they need to be sharpened. There we go.
Thank you again to everyone who came out here today. Thank you to our students, our teachers, our staff, board members and families, and other guests. We have some cookies that will be passed out shortly, and if you're interested in getting a tour of the campus, we also will have our very own student tour guides lead you right here by the door over here if you're interested in that tour. But thank you again so much for coming today, and thank you for those who are watching the live stream who joined us for that. So, all right, you guys have a